Hi, good morning. Let's have a conversation about our children. Let's have a serious conversation about what they're doing, their work ethic, how we want them to be productive, this new generation. I just remember when I was growing up, I was so excited to start working. But the children of today, this new generation, oh my God, not the same. Let's talk. And don't forget, like, comment, and share. Thanks. I was just thinking while I was on my way to church, the importance of teaching your children to work or have a good foundation for working in order for them to move forward with being a productive human being. So when I analyze myself and my children, the thought is, when I was growing up, I had to look back, you know how they say you can smell everybody else's breath but yours. So true. When I was growing up, brought up by a single parent, you have to forgive me, she's practicing her phonics. Everyone in my household was going to work and working. So as a child growing up, I was like, I can't wait to work. I could not wait to work. I could not wait until I could work. That was like embedded in me. When I look back at my three boys, it's different because my oldest didn't work until after he graduated high school and he went into the military. My middle son worked when he was 16 at McDonald's. The thing is, he was with his father, and I don't believe he was taught. My mother always taught us, put in your 2 weeks notice before you leave that job. You never know. Put in your 2 weeks notice. And that's just common courtesy, and that's a good thing. And you always want to be able to have the door open so when you come back. So I've always followed those guidelines and those rules to the best of my ability. So when his dad moved and he knew where he was going to move and he had bought a house and all that, instead of having my middle son, to transfer to a new working, another job in that same area down the street, matter of fact, instead of him doing that, he was just like, quit. And then when he got there, he didn't do anything to follow up. So that was that transition. So it wasn't a good transition, wasn't a positive transition. Well, if you're going to make me quit, blah, 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 I just won't work, I guess. So my baby boy is 16 and he's getting ready to work in this summer program, which I'm really excited for him. So what I was thinking and what I was realizing is, with my personal life, that was me as a child, but with my personal life and my three boys, I believe. So what happened is, let's see, 5 years into my marriage, my remarriage, just wait. My husband was lucky enough to get 100%, and he was already retired and he was working another job. So what happened is, he kept celebrating and saying, I believe, I'm not gonna work, I don't have to work, da 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 da. I'm not gonna work, but he did go to school and he had constant hours, but he still celebrated the fact that he didn't work and wasn't going to work. So these are my thoughts, and I'm not really sure if this would be accurate. Oh, that sun is hitting. But my thoughts, I'm on my way to church, so I'm trying to talk and not let the sun be too bad. So we have to get ready to go to church. I thought I was going to do it, but that sun was so bad, and I'm not sure about the visual. But this is the thing. The first 5 years, when he was able to retire and whatever, I think that the thing that hurt was the bragging. You break it in half, yeah. Was the bragging of, I don't have to work, I don't have to work, I don't have to work. And then the children see that and they aspire to, I don't have to work, I don't have to work. But I think what would have been better to implant or implement in a young child's mind is work hard, set yourself up to be successful so that you will have residuals and not necessarily have to do a day in and day out. That way, if you want to do some type of entrepreneurship or something else, you have set yourself up to do that. And I think that would have been a better structure for the mind instead of I remember one time Arsenio Hall said, because he had a little boy at the time, I think he was 5 or 6, and he was saying, Daddy don't have to work, Daddy. And he was like, no, Dad has to work, because he was doing a lot of things behind the scene and writing scripts or whatever that looks like for Arsenio Hall. And then he decided and determined and realized, he said, my son doesn't think I have to work, and I have to show him. I have to purposely show him these are the things that I've done and how I set myself up so that I can be successful, so that now I can reap my benefits and I don't have to do a day in, day out, or a 9 to 5 or whatever that consists of and whatever that looks like. So I think the takeaway from that is the words you put. Like I'm trying to teach my children budget. You know, when they get in the store, I want this, I want that. We didn't budget for that. What I used to say is, we don't have the money for that, which wasn't true. It was just that I didn't have the money that was allocated for that purpose and reason. So the key word for that is budget. What does your budget look like? What have you put? You can have it. What did you set your children up? What is their mental status? What is their thoughts? What is their mind? That's just like some families would, you know, this is when newspaper was a thing. They would get together, eat breakfast, look at the newspaper. Some families don't even sit at the table. They sit around the TV. So it's what you teach, what you implement with your children. What's the most meaningful things to them? If you say, no, you have to read a book before you get into your program that you like to look at. It's whatever you implement for your children. I think it make them most successful, or will give them that productivity that we are looking for as parents. And I would like to think that all parents are looking for that. I know that probably is not true. I said I would like to think that. And so I think that's most important. And I have to go to church. I wanted to add what I've learned as a parent, as an entrepreneur, as just trying to, because it seems like this, what do they call these new generation? Not only are these children talking about a lot of anxiety that they're dealing with, and I hear it with the 25-year-olds and da-da-da. A lot of them are going into, and I know we're on the IG age and we're dealing with the technology side of it. I can't think of what they call this new generation, this new era of children, but they're talking about anxiety and things like that. And a lot of people are now entrepreneurs, small business owners, which is beautiful. And it's always good to work and stimulate your mind and to keep you going, because I'm a big believer is if you stop using it, you definitely lose it. I'm a very big believer of that. And so that is important for us to ensure that we're doing the proper and the necessary things to keep our children motivated, keep them implemented in positive behaviors. And so I'm currently wanting to mentor some young ladies, but I have to find them. I have to because I was thinking when I was in my 20s, early 20s, late 20s, I can't necessarily say I was desiring a mentor. And I wonder how many other women may not know that it's good to have one or need one or be able to have the ability to have offered one, and it's volunteer only. I wonder what does that look like, and I'm trying to see what I can do, because I want to mentor for my younger son. So I also want to be able to also offer that as my volunteer or give back portion as well. But I just think it's very important to instill in the children a work ethic, and it's important even if we have like residual income. We just tell her no, and that's it. So residual income, and because it's a lot of things that I would like for my children to inherit from me, but I don't want to just give it away to them and they destroy it, or the tax office or the tax assessor or the county or the state gets it because they didn't take care of it and I worked so hard for it. That's definitely not what I want. So I want children that are motivated, creative, and they may not want to do what I'm doing, but
like, comment, subscribe.
make it make sense, whatever they do.
Have a blessed day.
So I was just on here talking about the importance of creating an atmosphere for your children not to be lazy, be productive children, young adults, to give back, and to have a good work ethic, mainly work ethic. All right, have a blessed day.